Good evening, everybody. Chris, Tiffany, Hansel, and Miko all here tonight with you from High Seas Cruising, and welcome to the live video. All right, good evening, Attila. Good evening, Dilly. Good evening, Robert. Everybody, welcome to the show. As you can see, Tiffany has dressed up the dogs in Halloween costumes. Now, Miko here is not happy about this costume at all. He is absolutely not happy. He hates this costume. But, yeah, she insisted. Dogs are mad at her. All right. Welcome, Tazzy and Joe. Welcome, Dale. Welcome to tonight's show. Give everybody a chance to hop in here real quick, and then we will get started. Since this is the last live that we're going to do prior to Halloween. Since Halloween is next Tuesday, we thought we'd get a little more into it tonight. Throw up some Halloween decorations.
Cat says they look awesome.
Yeah, they look unhappy. I mean, look at this face. He is not happy at all. He has to wear this costume. Not at all. He is not pleased. But he doesn't like clothes. He doesn't like things on himself. Nothing. He really prefers just to be el natural. Let's see if I can get this off him. See if it'll make him a little bit happier and be a little more active. Hold on, I think there's like a string on him. All right, try not to choke out the dog here. There we go. See, he'll get a little happier now that is off his head. But all right, so we got everybody in here tonight. So it's been an interesting week. We're going to talk about a very specific cruise here coming up in this show because this morning we booked a cruise.
Yes.
And I'm pretty excited about that. But first, I want to kind of tell you this story. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Got it at Walmart. $6. So I don't go for the expensive. I don't go for expensive. All right, I'm going to set him down here real quickly. Oh, there we go. That way they can run around and play. But I got to ask you guys a question here. And this has nothing to do with cruising whatsoever. It's just something that came up this last week. So, yeah, no, you can't beat $6. I'll take $6 all the time. And for a Halloween shirt, that works perfectly. I hang it up and it's ready to go again for next year. But I have Apple CarPlay in my truck. And I don't know if Apple CarPlay took a recent update or if it's my iPhone took it and transferred it to my truck. I don't understand. But suddenly this last week, every time I turn off my truck, this notification pops up on the screen and it's chiming. I mean, just as loud as it possibly can, wanting me to check the back seat to make sure I didn't leave somebody in the back seat of my vehicle. And kind of makes me think and wonder because, you know, I know there's stories out there. There have been stories the last couple of years about people that, you know, I guess accidentally leave their kids in the back seat. You know, stories like that. Me personally, I have no idea how that even happens. As a dad, and I was a single dad for a while. You got to remember, Tiffany and I met later in life. So my kids were actually already teenagers when I met Tiffany, and her youngest at the time was 8. So as a single parent, my kids were little. I don't recall ever one time, not once in my whole life, putting my daughters in the car, driving somewhere, getting out and going, oh, I forgot I brought my children. How do you forget that you have people in your car? Yeah, I just thought I'd share that story because now every time it wants me to check my back seat. I'm driving by myself, and it wants me to check my back seat. I don't get it. I don't get why a person needs to be reminded that, you know, someone they're responsible for is in the back seat. I mean, we take our grandbabies places, but even then, we don't leave them in the vehicle.
No.
And if we stop, you know, at a convenience store real quick, one of us will go in and one of us will stay in the vehicle with the kids if we don't take them inside. I don't see how there's any other. It's not like an option of, oh, just leave them in the car.
Yeah.
You know, but Like I said, nothing to do with cruising, just something new that's popped up this week, and it's like, wow.
Do you have anything with weight in the back seat?
No, it just does. It just started doing it about 6 days ago. I want to say it was like Thursday or Friday, right after the live. Just randomly started doing it, but something took an update. I think like iPhone dropped a new update, and so it's new. Nothing's changed about the way I do things. My vehicle. I don't keep anything in the back seat. Nothing.
Chazzy says this day and age, there are too many distractions, and the young ones don't have the same responsibility level that we had growing up.
I guess. I guess. I don't know. I have never once gone, oh, I forgot my children. That's never been a thing. Ever been a thing. But like I said, that's completely off of the cruising topic, and we are here to talk about cruising.
Yes.
So we have decided.
I had 4 kids, and they're all loud. Never had a problem forgetting they were back there.
I mean, granted, when they were little, they would fall asleep. But yeah, anytime they were awake, it's not like it was peaceful and quiet in the car. And if they've got siblings, it's definitely not peaceful and quiet in the car. The girls constantly be arguing with each other, fighting with each other, picking on each other, or just laughing. Even the grandbabies are the same way. They're making noise. But as I said, it's just.
So Rick says, howdy from Galveston County. Attila says, love the studio. All the spooky and spidery and webs on the walls. We're ready for Halloween. James says, good evening, Chris and Tiffany. How is everyone tonight?
Oh, we are doing great. Happy to be here for the live.
Mm-hmm.
I said we're going to talk about a cruise. We did some cruise booking, and boy, that always makes us happy. That absolutely makes us happy. But, yeah, so we have booked a cruise for January.
No sleeping, just screaming babies. Car trips were a struggle.
So, yeah, I don't know how people forget their kids in the backseat. But, last week we only had one cruise booked, ready to go. That was all the way in May. Honestly, I can't wait that long. I can't do it. We had to get cruising. We got to get back out there.
Alien Frequency says, good evening, Chris and Tiffany.
Good evening. So we have booked officially. We're going to be cruising on January the 11th. Let me confirm that. I wrote it down just to make sure I wouldn't forget. But yes, January the 19th through the 26th, we're going to be sailing out of Galveston on, what ship are we going on, baby?
The Norwegian Prima.
The Norwegian Prima. I was trying to catch her. How she forgets what ship she just booked this morning is crazy. But, so we are going to officially be sailing on Norwegian Prima. Now, this is going to be our very first cruise ever on Norwegian. But the Prima is not going to be staying in Galveston too much longer. She's going to be moving on to other places. So I want to catch the Prima for sure before she goes. And we want to try Norwegian before she goes.
Yeah.
So.
Watched Allure sail away Sunday for the last time. Sad to see her go.
She was an awesome ship. I did sail on her. But remember, Harmony is coming in her place, so we are still going to get another Oasis class.
Sheikah says, hope you like the Prima. It's a pretty ship.
I've got some interesting thoughts about Norwegian, I guess, so far. Now, keep in mind, I haven't sailed on Norwegian, so I don't have the Norwegian experience yet. All I have so far is the Norwegian booking experience. And I'm a little iffy on the way Norwegian does some of its things. I guess maybe it makes sense, but I don't know. We booked under the free at sea offer, which means you get a couple of things included with your cruise fare. But let me start off saying right off the top of the bat, Norwegian's free at sea is completely misleading. In my opinion, it's completely misleading because it's not free at sea. It's absolutely not. So with our booking came the drink package, we got specialty dining, we got shore excursion credit, and we got the free Wi-Fi. Those were the 4 items that came with our booking. Okay, but the drink package is they still charge you for it. So they were still charging us $152 each to have the drink package. And then if you actually go in and look at what's available under this free drink package that they charged you $152 for, it's not a lot of stuff that we even drink. It really, really isn't. It doesn't include any bottled water. It doesn't include any specialty coffees, which is Tiffany's stuff to drink. So, not real impressed with the drink package from what I've seen on paper so far. Their shore excursion credit, it's a $50 credit, not a big deal. It's only good for the first guest, not the second guest. And then the Wi-Fi package is actually only 150 minutes of Wi-Fi. Now, it's real good that once you book and once you go into the check-in section, they say, well, hey, wait, you only got this. We can upgrade you to a much better free at sea package. And they still call it free at sea. Free at sea upgrade for $349 each. Then you get the drink package that has coffee. Then you actually get unlimited Wi-Fi. Then the second person gets shore credit. All for only an additional $350. But like I said, not real happy with that entire process. I knew it was coming. I'd seen it before. Wasn't a surprise, but I don't know. I feel a little iffy about that one. But we said we're still going to go because I still want to experience Norwegian Cruise Lines, and I definitely want to check out the Prima. Yeah. All right, where are we at here?
Alien Frequency says, awesome. We have a cruise in January 2 on the Carnival Elation. We're only 30 minutes from port for only the next few months, so now was the time. Can't wait. Chica said it's all included in the price. Tazzy and Joe's Adventure says we booked Harmony for November next year. Can't wait. Would book one before then, but going to England mid-year, so that hurt the cruising budget.
Yes, it does.
Rick says, I know that Harmony will be my new favorite.
Yeah. Now, it's all included in the price, sort of. If you actually look at the booking, if you go in and look at the details of the booking, they add an additional, in our case, $302, whatever it was, $304 for the drink package, $152 each. Then they also add $12 and some change each for the specialty dining. So you have the cruise fare, and they still add that on top of the cruise fare. So it's kind of like an additional charge. So it's not included in the price you see when you first look. That is a catch that we caught with Norwegian today.
So Chica put a good tip on there. Make sure you log in and log out to make sure you don't use up all your minutes at once.
Well, I'm going to have to upgrade to the premium Wi-Fi. I have no choice. I got to upload videos. So 150 minutes of internet isn't going to do me any good. Because when you start uploading videos, you'll burn through 150 minutes like it's nothing. Nothing. Harmony of the Seas. Yeah, we are looking forward to Harmony of the Seas. That is going to be Tiffany's first experience on a Oasis class ship. And we picked that one specifically, one, because she's going to be in Galveston. And two, Tiffany wants to try the Wonderland restaurant on board Harmony of the Seas. That really has her attention. That's the one thing that's getting her on an Oasis class ship for sure.
Yes. Is
that Wonderland. So she will get on the Harmony of the Seas, and I have that one scheduled, just not fully booked yet.
Fraser at Sea. Hey guys, great to see you both. Rick.
Oh, welcome to the show. Thank you, Rick. We really, really appreciate that.
As a Diamond Plus with Royal, I get 5 free drinks a day. I don't buy the drink package anymore.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, if we were getting 5 free drinks like that a day, we would stop too.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we don't drink a whole lot more than that. The only time the drink package for us on Royal makes sense is when they have the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines, because then Tiffany can just get juice and flavored juices out of that all day long. I got a lot of selections, and it's available 24 hours a day. That's when the soda package will make sense on Royal for us.
Fraser at Sea. I was on NCL Escape last week. Their premium streaming Wi-Fi was expensive but very good. I could live stream on TikTok using that connection.
Yeah, and James said that Prima's a nice ship. He's been on NCL. Love him. Yeah, I mean, I've looked through some of the stuff that's on the ship, some of the opportunities to eat. It looks like there's going to be some enjoyable stuff to try and taste and eat on board the ship. It's even complimentary. That's outside of the buffet and outside of the main dining rooms. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Ship does look really pretty. And like I said, we're just looking forward to the Norwegian experience. I want to try it. That way I can come back and give an honest opinion that's ours about another cruise line, another cruise ship.
James says 150 minutes, 2 videos maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That's not enough. And this cruise it's a 7-night cruise. So 150 minutes isn't remotely going to cover me for 7 nights. Plus, whenever we're not doing, activities, if we're just relaxing for a couple minutes, I'll flip on, check cruise news, see what's going on, things like that. I'd burn through that so fast.
Andre says, hey family, how are you?
We are doing good. Welcome, Andre.
Rick says, I am with Tiffany. I want to experience Wonderland too.
Does the Prima have Starlink internet? I am not 100% sure on that. Most cruise lines are going to the Starlink, but is Norwegian on it? I actually don't know.
Well, Fraser at Sea was just on NCL.
Yeah, their premium is expensive, but it was very good. So if it's very, very good and he's able to live stream on it, it may not be Starlink, but it sounds like it's, some top of the line business. Because believe me, we've been on ships where live streaming is not even remotely possible on any platform. So the fact that you can live stream it all is a positive check. Yeah, it's a plus. I would definitely say so. And I can't remember the name of the other company. It's the one that cruise lines have been using for a long time. They've begun to partner with Starlink. I think they want to bring their technology up. I think they realized very quickly as Starlink started taking over that they were going to lose all of the cruising business if they didn't step up their game. So I think they're working with Starlink, trying to improve everything across the board. I can't remember the name of the other one, though.
Attila says, Wonderland, me too.
I'm going to try it. I will go and try it. I've seen videos on it. I've seen videos of the food. I would say that everything in that restaurant is way outside of my comfort zone. I mean, we're talking other side of the planet of my comfort zone. But Tiffany wants to try it, so I'm going to go try it. And we'll see how it is. I mean, no promises I'm going to like it, but I will make promises I'm going to try it. Now, it's going to be silly, goofy, foamy stuff, and Tiffany will probably think it's the best thing ever. Or it'll be the complete opposite. I'll love it, and Tiffany will be like, ooh, I don't ever want to eat there again. That wasn't good.
Any updates on the stabbing that happened on the Magic?
No. And honestly, unless that individual, does something, talks about something, to news or media or anything like that, we probably won't hear anything else. The cruise line is never going to come out and talk about it, not publicly. I'm sure their lawyers shut them down. They don't talk about it, don't mention it. Their PR department only has specific comments they're going to release. Cruise lines are pretty tight-lipped about it. And like I said, it's all at this point, it's still kind of murky because the only thing that, he was hit with a glass, but they weren't real specific if it was they broke the glass and stabbed him or when they hit him, one of those kind of stories.
Alien Frequency says, what do you mean the food is outside your comfort zone? Like barbecued starfish and pine cone milkshakes?
No, have you not seen the food that's in Wonderland? I forget what it was, but it was goofy stuff. Like your dinner roll comes in a foam. You drink your appetizer. It was bizarre food.
So it's Wonderland.
Huh?
It's Wonderland. That's bizarre.
Yeah, it was completely bizarre. Okay, barbecued starfish would be more normal than some of the stuff I saw in that video. I'm telling you, if you get a chance, I'm trying to think who did one. I want to say D&J from Para DJ actually did a video on Wonderland. And I think it was from Harmony of the Season. They showed some of the stuff they were eating in there. Weird. You know, a pine cone milkshake, at least I would understand what that is. Okay, but if your dinner roll comes in a liquid form, I'm confused. You think I'm playing?
Maybe it's similar to, what do you call them? MREs or?
No, I've eaten tons of MREs. Your MREs don't come in a foam.
You're dehydrated. You gotta add water.
No, they've been like that forever. That's NASA.
Maybe it will make you fart rainbow stars.
That is a possibility. I'm not sure if I'd put. Well, you know, actually, I probably would put that on YouTube. Hey guys, look at this. But I know lots of people eat there. It's just, to me, it's different. It's bizarre. Maybe it's not to other people. It's, you know, they say it's a gastronomical experience. You know, and it's supposed to test your senses and your limits and stuff like that. MREs are good. Some of them are good. Some of them are trash. I've eaten some really, really bad ones, though.
I think Ben and David had a video on it too.
Yeah, so they might have one on it too. I have not seen theirs. But there are videos out there. If anybody hasn't seen one yet and wants to check out what the food looks like there, I recommend it. Just because I said, I know because I saw it. The one from J&D, they showed the food and they talked about, I don't know why the camera does that. They talked about, you know, the different forms it came in and stuff like that.
The clam chowder MRE is good. He'll take your word for it.
Everybody to your own. I've eaten so many MREs. You'll never catch me eating another one again unless I have to.
Just thinking.
But it could be an interesting episode if I get a couple and Tiffany eats them live. That way she can get the full joy and experience of the cheese.
James says, just thinking birthday January 12th, might need a birthday cruise on January 19th. Well, come on.
Yeah, come on. We will be on the ship. Now, we went cheap for the booking. Not going to lie about it. We went cheap for the booking. We got a guaranteed inside cabin. This was kind of a last minute deal. We slipped it in, but we're going to some interesting places and we would rather spend the money doing other things. So the cruise is going to, of course, we're leaving out of Galveston. So we're getting a little Cozumel, Costa Maya. We're going down to Roatan, and then we're going to Harvest Key, one of Norwegian's private islands in Belize. That one we're actually super, super excited for. Excuse me.
And while we were researching and looking, we found a butterfly excursion.
Yeah. So I know someone asked about butterflies. There is a butterfly conservatory. It's not even an excursion.
No, it's a conservatory.
Conservatory, but it's right there in the free wildlife park on Norwegian's Harvest Key in Belize. There's supposed to be an entire butterfly enclosure exhibit there. So it says we are going to check it out, film it, and take a look at it. So I know someone was asking about butterflies. We are going to go see some butterflies. We are also going to go and hug sloths.
Yes.
So when we are in Roatan, we did book the sloths. Last time we were in Roatan, we couldn't get it. It was completely sold out. One of the things we really wanted to do, everybody talked about it, never could get it last time we were there. And I'm actually kind of shocked because we booked this morning, so we're super close to sale date, but there were plenty of tickets still available to go hug the sloths. So we jumped right on it. I mean, I booked it immediately. I don't want to risk losing them because that is a very popular excursion.
Yes.
So when we go to Harvest Key, we're just going to explore the island itself. No excursion there. We've never been there. It's a private island. It's got beaches. We saw it's got like a little nature park area. It does have a zip line. Tiffany's eyes kind of perked up at zip lining. She's been wanting to do some zip lining to give that a try. Maybe we'll try it there. we'll strap a GoPro to her and shoot her down the line. And then I said, we're going to do sloths over in Roatan. Costa Maya, we're still talking about that one. And in Cozumel, now I know we've been to Cozumel time after time after time, but this time we're actually going to be docking all the way up at the downtown port. Mm-hmm. Now that's one we have not been able to actually explore around since 2016. Last time we were there in 2021, January of 2021. We did dock there with Disney, but we were on an excursion, and at the time they still had the bubble. So we couldn't explore, check out, do anything on our own. They took us off the ship and put us right back on the ship. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be in the downtown area. And we saw some pretty cool stuff when we were there in 2016. So we're going to be exploring a whole new section of Cozumel in downtown Cozumel that we haven't even filmed. So it's going to be a good, fun trip. Plus all the Norwegian experiences that go along with it.
So I've seen a couple of videos. I think it was J and D's. I saw something with smoke, maybe with foam stuff. I'd like to see the decor too.
Yes, that's the one. I saw smoke and foam, and you walk through the door for the Alice in Wonderland type theming. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It looks cool. I'm excited for it. The food's just something I'm not used to.
Sassy and Joe, there you go. I would love to see her eat the cheese, or better yet, the lemon pound cake. Talking about the MREs.
Oh.
And that cracker is super dry. Tiff should try it.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I bet if I look, I can come up with an MRE, and maybe we'll play with one of those. Something like that. That'll be fun.
Yes, we got the sloths through the NCO.
Yes. Yeah, we get it right through the cruise line. A lot of times, now this is just our personal preference. We're not telling anybody what to do or make suggestions. We book through the cruise line as much as we possibly can when it comes to excursions, simply because we like that ship ain't leaving without us guarantee. And that's just us. We like that extra padding and protection in there that we get from that. Of course, at the same time, we'll get off the ship and go wandering off on our own at the same time. But when it comes to the excursions and things like that, we book through the ship. So normally if we say we book an excursion, it will be through the ship. If it's ever not through the cruise line, we'll of course say that. But yeah, it's monkeys and what do they call it? Monkeys and sloths or something like that is the name of it. I can give you guys the exact name. Each cruise line, but I've seen the same one on Carnival. I've seen it available through Royal. I've seen it on Norwegian now. So pretty much if they go to Roatan, it's an option. And it's a very popular option.
James says he would travel solo, so he would be in the solo cabins and lounge.
Yep. We actually looked at it. Tiffany wasn't real sure she was going to go. And, I really appreciate that Norwegian does solo cabins. I honestly really, really do. But I'm going to say this much, though, too. And everybody can make your own judgment. I priced out our cruise with both her and I in a guaranteed inside cabin. Costs this much amount of money. I went through and I priced a solo cabin, which was, still an inside cabin, but just a solo cabin. Exact same cruise was only $500 cheaper. Still $500 cheaper. But for $500, I might as well just take Tiffany. If it was just me and I could only travel solo, yeah, saving $500 makes tons of sense. But, I was saving less than 25% price difference between two of us and just me in a solo cabin. So still good, still better than double occupancy, but it's still not half of what double occupancy would be. It's still not basically one person traveling by themselves. They're still getting the difference. Mm-hmm. So
butterflies, yes. Roatan is nice and warm, but not too warm in January. It's great. What's going on with the group cruise?
We've been thinking about it. We have been thinking about it. I said I'm probably going to need to do some type of question. I'm thinking that way we have tons of time in advance. You guys can weigh in. I'm thinking maybe spring or fall of 2026, and I'm thinking Florida, and I'm thinking a relatively calm, a middle-sized ship. That way, it's not too big for people that like small ships, and it's not too small for people that like big ships. So I'm thinking middle of the road size ship. And I'm thinking maybe Princess. And the reason I say Princess is I like the fact that Princess has the standard fare, the Princess Plus, the Princess Premier. Folks can choose their packages, get more included with their price, and or just go with a basic standard fare and get nothing included with their price. Versus the other ones of having to, drink packages, yes, no, and all that kind of stuff. Just my thoughts and my opinions. Everybody, of course, can weigh in on that, but that's kind of where I'm at with it right now.
And we'll put out a questionnaire.
Right.
Roatan is very nice, and I have done the sloths excursion.
Booking through the cruise line, though, you may have pay more. It's insurance.
You get back on the ship if you're running late.
Right. And then that's the whole thing for us right there. It's just that extra little security in there.
And we saw it when the ship had to go back to the dock
Right.
to get that person.
Yeah, when we were on our last cruise, remember I did that video of the Harmony of the Seas. Harmony pulled away from the dock. One person standing on the dock. The ship had to come back, redock, and put them on board because they were on an excursion that was running late. And the ship, I don't know how the confusion came in, but it turned out that individual was on an excursion, which is why it justified the entire cruise ship coming back to the dock to pick them up. That's the safety net that I want to keep.
I may have missed it. Do you have Instagram or anything where you post quick pictures as you go through the excursions?
We have Facebook, and we do put pictures on Facebook. We do have an Instagram, but I am extremely horrible about keeping up with Instagram whatsoever. Though I think that it's linked to Facebook, and I think when I post on Facebook, it goes to Instagram. But I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But we do all of the Facebooking stuff. We have our group over there. We have High Seas Cruising has a page, and then there is a High Seas Cruising private group that we have as well. And you just, if that's something you want to do, you just ask and I approve. It's just to keep riffraff out, I guess. Because there are people, unfortunately, that come on and will put bad comments and just be a nuisance that have nothing to do with anything about the show. Hopefully you guys didn't catch it last week, but at the end of the live show last week, somebody started putting something in the comments that I deleted out very quickly so it doesn't show up anymore. But if you saw it when it was live, somebody messed with it. And so now I've had to tighten the restrictions on the comments on the live videos just to keep that kind of stuff out. Because there's trolls out there that will troll for no reason other than to troll.
Rick says that'll be a subject in a future column. Chica says the solo cabins on Prima are very nice. My son traveled on one.
Yeah, they look beautiful. They absolutely looked pretty. They're just, when we price compared it for us, it was price wise, it was better just to take Tiffany, honestly.
I upgraded to the Princess Plus on my upcoming cruise. It was a good deal.
Oh, yeah. I said, again, only my opinion, but I wouldn't sail Princess without Princess Plus ever again. I loved it. The gratuities being done, the drink packages included, the Wi-Fi. Those alone for the way I cruise was perfect. And for us, it made a huge difference. It really did. I've taken Tiffany, because I was watching her because I was curious. Kind of like honey, can you please take them over again? It was kind of like a psychological experiment. So we've gone on cruises without drink packages. And I watched the number of times, let's say Tiffany will go get a coffee from the coffee shop. Now she's paying for this coffee. She might go once or twice a cruise. She had the drink package with Princess Plus, and she went and got one 2 and 3 times a day. And it's just because she knew in her head this was not going on the sign and sale account. That tells me that it's automatically worth it right there, because now she's enjoying more things on the ship and not worrying about the bottom dollar. So, yeah, I would never go without Princess Plus again. It's one of my favorite things that you can buy on a cruise ship. And for us, completely worth it.
The solo cabins also have a solo lounge that's nice and private.
Yeah, I saw that. It's supposed to have like snacks in there and like little solo parties and stuff like that in there. I did see that. And it like I said, it did look really, really cool. But just for me, if I can take Tiffany with me, I'd rather do that. I need someone to hold the camera while I'm doing crazy stuff on the ship. So,
I'm usually the one doing the crazy.
But they have go-karts on the Norwegian Prima. So I need Tiffany to film me while I'm riding around on go-karts. It's because I love her. It's not because I need a cameraman.
Dale says subscribers only is a good thing.
It is. I like other people being able to come in and be part of the community. Sometimes being part of the community will make them want to come back. But there's always that one person that's just got to ruin it and mess it up for everybody else, and then I got to tighten it back down.
Chica wants to know what the name of our Facebook page is.
High Seas Cruising. That's it. You just look up High Seas Cruising or High Seas Cruising. And you should be able to jump right onto us there. And if you can tell, it's got our pictures all over it and everything like that to make sure there's no... There is another group out there, and I don't think they're on Facebook anymore, that has been trying to, I guess, usurp our name. They've got a website, but it was created after us, and I guess theoretically I need to do something about that. But we should be the only ones on Facebook.
One bad apple can spoil the bushel.
Yep, and that's true. And it's the trolls, and it does keep people out sometimes that maybe just want to hop in, ask a question. And, simply hopping in, asking a question, we give them try to give them the best answer we can, and then they want to come back. To me, that's the way I'd like it to work all the time, but the knuckleheads don't stay out. So, but yeah, so that is going to be the next upcoming trip, January the 19th, Norwegian Prima, 7 nights, 4 port stops. Really looking forward to that one.
Royal Caribbean's 205. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what Royal Caribbean's 205 is. Or if I do, I have completely forgotten what that is. But yeah, so super looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a bunch of stuff. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff recently. Like Tennessee right now just seems to have like so much stuff to look at between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and some of the other places. It's like Tennessee's almost becoming a place. I need an excuse to drive through Tennessee.
That's how we became a return subscriber to y'all.
Yeah. See, sometimes just having folks come in and have a conversation and they're like, oh, okay, this guy's not a complete,
He's not out just making content that's not exactly true.
Exactly. I absolutely try to be 100% truthful. If I don't know, I say I don't know. And if I say something wrong, I have no problem coming back and saying, oh, got that wrong. And we also have a super awesome community where if I don't know, someone else does know, and then we share information together. And as a group, we become more knowledgeable. We become stronger with our cruise stuff.
Royal Caribbean's 2025-26 schedule is coming out November 15th. Any thoughts on ships in Galveston?
I haven't seen anything new coming out. I know Voyager of the Seas is leaving after a while. We're going to get Mariner of the Seas. We're getting Harmony of the Seas. And I think there's one more that I know we're getting. I can't think of it off the top of my head. but I haven't heard what's going to rotate in after them. So maybe when the new schedule comes out, it'll tell us what's going to come out.
What's the best airport to travel into near Galveston?
What is that one? It's
Is it Hobby?
Hobby. I've heard Hobby is the best one to travel into, which is near Houston, and then catch transportation down to Galveston.
And Tazzy and Joe says, y'all some cool people.
We have you fooled.
Attila says, all right, I joined the group in Facebook.
Hey, you are more than welcome. But yeah, that's where we throw pictures. We put video announcements up there. Other people do post on there sometimes too. If you have cruise pictures, comments, information, whatever, and you want to throw it up on that Facebook page, be my guest.
Yes.
The only thing I will say, and I will moderate and I will enforce, is we're not rude, we're not ugly, and we aren't anything inappropriate on those things. We are family orientated, and so I enforce that in YouTube, I enforce that on Facebook, and I won't have the nastiness. We can disagree, we can have differences of opinion, we don't all have to talk in unison, but we will be nice and polite about it. Yeah, we'll have Mariner, Harmony, Jewel. There you go. Jewel's the one I couldn't think of. I actually have those on the list. I've got Mariner, Harmony, and Jewel scheduled to book.
Rock the Boat says they were just on the Prima last December that will love it.
All right, that's 2 votes to say the Prima's good. See, I've heard 50-50, I guess, for the Prima. I've heard you love it, it's great, it's beautiful. And then there's a whole group of people that say they don't like the layout. It feels too crowded. There's not enough indoor space. Venues are small. Things like that. Now, of course, I take all of that with a grain of salt until I've gone on and actually checked it for myself. But that's 2 good votes for the Prima. So now I'm getting more and more excited. Is the food good on the Prima? I've seen some of those places where you can go get like fish and chips and burgers and Reuben sandwiches, and I guess that the 24-hour place that's on board. Excited about being able to get food whenever I want, things like that. So hopefully the food is as good as it looked too.
Yeah.
Because we're foodies when we travel. We will eat a whole bunch of stuff just to see what it tastes like.
Yeah. California Linda says hello, but back to soccer practice with the grandsons. See you next Wednesday.
Hey, absolutely. Soccer practice, grandsons, we got you. We're there.
Yeah.
If it was us, we'd be there too.
Attila the Fun says Southwest Airlines Hub. I'm guessing for Hobby.
For Hobby.
Yeah. Chica says just joined your Facebook group.
Awesome. Everybody's welcome. Absolutely. Everybody is welcome. And there are links in the description to this video. I made sure I fixed that for this week. All of the links to our Facebook pages and all that stuff are in the descriptions to the video now for the lives. I know they've been missing from the lives, so that is down there. Oh, and another thing that I've been told a couple of times too, just some YouTube maintenance stuff. I've gotten another report that they aren't getting notifications for the live. I've heard this from other content creators on their channels as well. If you were looking for notifications for lives and videos and you're not receiving them, the recommendation pretty much across the board is unsubscribe from the channel, resubscribe to the channel, click the bell, and it should solve that problem. I'm guessing there's some kind of YouTube glitch because it's being reported across multiple creators.
As he says, well, dang, that leaves me out. I'm ugly, or at least that's what my mirror says.
Out of what?
I don't know what out of what.
I lost where we're at there.
I don't know.
Oh, I see it.
I don't know what.
I don't either.
We lost that somewhere.
Yeah, I lost it.
But Rick says Jewel of the Seas has some really interesting itineraries out of Galveston.
Yeah, a lot of the itineraries that I'm looking at for 2024 and 2025 are more interesting itineraries. They are longer cruises. Every single one of them is on a different ship, but they all have some slightly uniquer itineraries than, some of the usual ones out of Galveston, which is why I picked them. And they're longer. A lot of them are 10-night, cruises and stuff like that. so that we can get to places like the ABC Islands. And
He was talking about the rules on Facebook. No ugliness. He said no ugliness.
oh no, they let me on there. You're fine. Wrong kind of ugliness. Otherwise, I'm getting kicked off too. No.
But Rock the Boat says there are some different concepts, less on the pool deck, but more areas on each side. The Indulge Food Hall has a lot of variety.
Which is exactly what we're looking for is some more variety, some new interesting things to eat and taste and come back and tell everybody about. And this is going to be because the Norwegian Breakaway, I want to say it's Breakaway, is coming to Galveston later on. So after the Prima leaves, a little bit of time, then I want to say it's the Breakaway is coming to Galveston. So this is our opportunity to get on, test Norwegian, give our opinion on it. Not that I'm super worried. We've yet to meet a cruise line and a cruise ship and a cruising experience that made us go, oh God, never again. But
so apparently Indulge Food Hall is the place to eat because Chica loves it and Rock the Boat said they ate at it more than the buffet.
Yeah, some of those places, and this is just from me reading it, look like they would be places I would go to way more often than I would the buffet or even the main dining room. I saw one of them that serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night snacks, which I believe is maybe the one you're talking about. That sounds like a place for me to be right there.
Yeah.
I just stroll in there and get something to eat and get a dessert, and I'm about that.
Yes. And Desiree, good evening, guys. Glad to have you here, and thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. We really appreciate it. Glad you made it in here with us tonight.
If you can go on the Prima, or if you go on the Prima and can afford it, get the Vibe Club access.
Is that the one? Is that the beach club? What they call the Vibe Beach Club on the top deck, I guess? Because if it is, I saw that, but it says it was not available to purchase. If that's the one I'm thinking of that I saw on there, for whatever reason, it said it wasn't available. Now, I don't know if that means it's because it's too early or because it's already sold out. So that would be my question on that one. But we did see it. Because there's always some places on the cruise ship I can't get into because we don't have access. We're not the right loyalty level. But there have been occasions where the crew is accommodating and lets me in some places for filming purposes.
For filming purposes.
For filming
not
purposes.
Not to go in and hang out.
Yeah, not to go in and hang out. I don't get to go in places and enjoy for free, but I've been allowed in places to film them, and then I get to leave. Of course, that's usually also at 4:00 in the morning, and no one else is there, and the crew's like, "Yeah, come on in, we'll show you."
Yeah.
So, but if you like to film parts of the ship, you know what the secret to that is? Be really nice to the crew.
They're nice to the crew anyway.
Everybody's nice to the crew,
we
right?
We love the crew.
Of course we do. Of course we do. No, I've said, and we've seen it before. We encourage it before. We've had crew members hop in our comments and stuff like that. Love the crew members.
Yes, it is limited access. Ours was unavailable when we booked and opened up briefly 4 months before the sailing.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, we just booked this morning. I looked at it this afternoon, and it was not available today. So I'll keep an eye on it, though.
Vice is very hard to get into. They will only sell so many spots, and if you line it, try to get it as soon as you board the ship. If you like it.
We'll take a look. We don't always do a whole lot of those places like that. And it has more to do with the fact that I'm not a sit still in one spot very long person. So a lot of times these special accesses where you can, hang out and stuff like that, getting me to hang out in one spot for a super long period of time is pretty difficult.
Now me, I just sit up there with my book and read.
Yeah, now I could park Tiffany there in a chair, comfortable chair with a book where she can get, something cool to drink. She'll stay there all day. She won't want to go anywhere until it's time to get food. Me, I've visited 7 decks. I've got 8 miles on my step counter already because I'm constantly wandering around seeing what's going on.
Yes.
I don't sit still on a cruise ship. You get me on average, I do about 8 to 9 miles a day just walking around because there's always something to see and something to look at. And I could be in my 5th, 6th time walking around the ship and be like, hey, I didn't see that last time.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Let me go look at this again. So getting me to sit still very long on a cruise ship is pretty hard. It honestly is. And I'm all about the group cruise that we're talking about doing here in a couple years. But if it's a whole bunch of sitting still for too long, y'all gonna be hanging out with Tiffany, and I'll be waving as I go by. She'll hang out and talk all day. She loves it. Me, I'll be circling the ship.
With the Vibe Club on the Prima and the
Viva.
It's near the buffet. While there was limited seating in the buffet, we took our food in the Vibe Beach Club, which was almost empty. Rick says walking that many miles on an Oasis class ship seems easy.
No, now Allure was a whole different subject. I was doing, 5, 6 miles by lunchtime, just getting from one end of that ship to the other. An Oasis class ship, I was putting in some serious mileage.
Chica said it's the same with tours. If it shows sold out, keep trying or try to book as soon as you board.
Yeah, for tours and stuff, we do that. I said it's just some of the stuff is cool. It doesn't always fit with our particular vibe. So it being our first time, and I know me, and the very first time I get on a cruise ship that I've never been on, a cruise line I've never been on, I want to go in every room. I want to touch everything. I want to look at everything, experience every one thing. And so the chance, like I said, the chance of getting me to sit still very long for anything is pretty slim. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of like a 5-year-old that got let loose in a candy store and told go crazy.
Yes.
And Tiffany's running around trying to keep up. And eventually she's just like, you know what? Bye. Which is why Tiffany loves Princess Cruise Lines, because with the medallion, she can just look on the phone and go, yeah, he's over here. If she really needs me.
Yes.
She knows where I'm at all times.
Attila says, I like to wander around too, but whoa, 8 miles, that's a lot for my old knees. Tazzy, gotta run, guys. Tazzy's on her way home. Gotta get dinner ready for my sugar mama. Y'all have a great night and fun cruising to everyone.
No problem. We really appreciate you guys. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah. When she's got to eat, she's got to eat. I get it. I get home before Tiffany too, and she's like, "Where's my dinner?" Whoa.
Later, Tazzy.
But yeah, so that's kind of how it is when I get on a new cruise ship, and I get excited, and I want to just go. And believe me, my knees are not happy about it half the time either. I actually have knee braces that I've had to start wearing on cruise ships because my heart and my mind are going one speed and my knees are like, dude, you've got to stop.
Rock the Boat said we're more lounge cruisers. We mainly sit and relax. Yes. That's...
Tiffany enjoys a good sit and relax.
Yes.
She does. I guess I'm the opposite. They say opposites attract. Here we go, right here. Because she's happy with it. And which is why if you ever watch the ship tour videos and all that, half the time Tiffany's, or not half the time, it's more than half.
Pretty much all the time.
95% of the time you'll never see Tiffany because she's not doing all of it. She's not getting up. She doesn't want to do all that walking. She says, oh, that sounded really cool. Well, I'll see it in the video later. And that's her. Then she goes and hops in a chair and starts reading her book. She's happy and content. Hey, that's how you want to cruise? That's how you cruise.
Rick wants to know when we're going to be in Galveston next.
Then that would be... January. So, unless things change, it'll either be January the 18th, possibly the morning of the 19th. We cheat a little bit with Galveston sometimes. So, because it's just a couple hours drive away.
Yeah.
And I avoid every freeway on the planet except for the very last section that I have to.
So we wander around when we are vlogging, but balance it out with our hot tub time.
Yeah, see, Tiffany hates hot tubs.
I won't get in a hot tub.
Tiffany hates those things. Me, I'm fine in one, especially after I've been walking around all day. I'm ready to get in the hot tub and soak some body. You know, I'm ready to get in the pool and let my body just kind of relax. Tiffany, she'll go to the hot tub and she'll sit next to the hot tub, and that's it.
Well, especially now, I can't get in it.
Well, right this second, but that doesn't explain, 12 years.
Yeah, it's just too hot.
So it'll explain the swimming pool. You don't like that either.
There's too much water.
But you'll snorkel in the ocean with live animals.
Alyssa's Adventure in Cruising. Hello at High Seas Cruising. First time joining your live. Happy Halloween. Well, welcome to our live.
Awesome. Alyssa's Adventures in Cruising. That is a new name I have not heard before.
Yes. And Rick says, give me a shout out when you head this way.
Okay.
And Rick's with you. Hot tub is his friend.
Yeah, after you've been walking around all day and doing all that stuff, the hot tub is your friend.
Yes. And Tika says she goes and goes and goes when traveling, but will rest when she gets home.
Well, see, I have this evil nemesis here at the house, and it is horrible. And anytime me and this nemesis get into an get into it, I lose every time. And that is my recliner in the living room. I'm perfectly fine every day until I sit in that recliner.
And then he snored.
And then I fall asleep. Now, keep in mind, this could be 8 o'clock in the morning. I could get up out of bed, sit in it at 8 o'clock in the morning a couple hours later, and be sound asleep. I lose to that chair every single time. And once I'm in that chair and once I'm in that comfortable, it is almost impossible to get me out again. Believe me, if I get home from work and I sit in that chair, you will get no video of that next day. None. Because I will not get out of that chair. So yeah, home is for resting. Excuse me. Cruising is for going for me. Tiffany, as I said, she's the opposite. She'll go, but she likes the relax too.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody cruises their own way, so that's okay.
As long as you're having fun cruising.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I've always said, that's the one super great benefit about cruising. If you're a sit by the pool and relax kind of person, they got it. If you're go to the casino and gamble and, have an Irish trash can, they got it. If you're a go to the gym, exercise, play basketball, they've got it. Mm-hmm. Sit outside and watch a movie or whatever, they got it. That's the beautiful thing about cruising. It's got something for everybody, in my opinion. It really, really does. You can have, 100 people go on the exact same vacation. And if you go and talk to those 100 people afterwards, you could get theoretically, 100 different versions of the cruise. Just based on the choices they make, the things they like, the things they don't like. It could be 100 different versions of the exact same trip. Mm-hmm. That's what makes cruising awesome.
Alyssa says, even on sea days, I never seem to just relax on a cruise. I want to see everything.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. You want to see everything. You want to touch everything. You want to experience as much as you possibly can. That's how I am. If there's an opportunity to go try something, I'm going to be right there. I'm curious, what's this going on? Oh, I've never heard of this activity on a cruise ship. Ooh, let's go over here. I seen on the Norwegian Prima, they do The Price is Right live. Yes. That's their game show on the ship.
I want to go see that.
I want to go see it. I've seen The Price. I grew up watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker, right? But no, this is going to be live on a cruise ship. I'm going to be there.
Yes.
It's a new experience. They got Donna Summers is going to be the performance on the ship. And please don't anybody get offended. I don't know who Donna Summers is. I asked Tiffany, I said, who's Donna Summers? I'm gonna go, but I don't know who this is.
She had a popular song, and I meant to look it up, and I can't remember what the name of the song is. But
Right. See, I don't even know who it is. But I'm still gonna go.
what is it? Work hard for the money or something? I work hard for the money.
Is that Tina Turner?
No. I
Okay.
think it's Donna Summers. I think that's the one song I know from her.
See, gonna go. Don't even know what it is, but I'm there.
Rock the Boat. It's all about how you like to relax.
Yep.
Also, Gina, his wife, loves the wall decorations.
Yeah, as I said, I told Tiffany, I said, hey, it's the last show before Halloween. Let's get a little crazy. I even forgot to turn on the orange lights. I actually have orange lights here. I forgot to turn them on. It was supposed to be spookier. There we go.
I have spider webs in my ears now.
There we go. There's supposed to be orange lights in the background too. I forgot all about them when the live started.
Well, that makes it look a little spookier.
Yeah, give a little more spooky to it and everything like that. Just having fun with the studio.
Bjarn says, I want Guy's Burgers.
I could go for a guy's burger right now. I could. There's no lie there.
Donna Summers was a disco star in the 70s. Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, and I Feel Like Love. I Feel Love. Yeah.
I think I know that song in my head.
Hot Stuff?
Yes.
Looking for some hot stuff, baby.
Yes. Okay, I do. Okay. See, I do know who Donna Summers is.
I am not a singer.
See? I did know this. I did know something. I just didn't know I knew it.
We had Shaka Khan on the President's Cruise on Allure last July. She was great. I don't know if it's actually Donna Summer. I think it's just a show about maybe.
No, I think it's a show about Donna Summers, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Now you got me thinking I need to go read it again
I think you
properly.
need to read it again. Maybe a minute before I'm back on that particular ship. You want to see as much as possible? Yes. Tried a spa cabin and spa services once. It's very relaxing, but I still wanted to do a little wandering. Haha, but it's a nice time to just relax in the steam rooms or spa pool.
I did see some pictures of the thermal suite there on the Prima. It looked pretty good. They're talking like 2-story, 2-deck waterfalls and stuff like that. That might get me in there. And they're supposed to have like a salt room, an ice room, and like for steam rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It may catch me in there. My GoPro should be able to handle salt and ice and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah. Chica wants to know if she's the only one that's not crazy about Guy's Burgers.
No, you are absolutely not the only one that is not crazy about them. And again, that goes right back to the whole beginning, where that's the beautiful thing about cruising. We can like Guy's Burgers. If you don't care for Guy's Burgers, we can all still cruise together.
Well, a lot of people like that barbecue place.
Yeah, the Guy's Pig and Anchor.
I don't care for it.
I don't care for it all that much either. We're from Texas, and it's not Texas barbecue. And so it's not as enjoyable for us as it is eating barbecue at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, it's not weird that you don't like something on board a ship. It's not weird that you prefer eating something that somebody else doesn't eat. Mm-mm, not at all.
Rock the Boat said it's called the Donna Summer Experience, and it chronicles her hits, but she's not in it.
I didn't think she was, but...
I was going to say I wasn't.
But anyway, that's the show we're going to see on board the ship. I didn't even realize I knew who she was, but I was always planning to go. I don't miss a theater show on a ship if I can help it. And because cruising has taught me that. Before I started cruising, you would not catch me in a Broadway show. You would not catch me going to singing and dancing and all that other kind of stuff. I had that mentality that I'm a guy. I don't go see that kind of stuff until I started cruising. And then it dawned on me, ooh, I really like this. Ooh, this is really good. Even to the point where I'm in there watching Mamma Mia by myself on a solo cruise, telling Tiffany, damn, this is good. I like this. Cruising teaches you so much, in my opinion. And I didn't even know I liked theater until I went cruising.
Chica said Pig and Anchor is okay.
It doesn't taste like, I guess, what we're used to.
No. We rock the boat. We've never had Guy's Burgers, but a lot of people love it. I know my son lives on Guy's Burgers. He'll eat 5 or 6 or 10 a day along with his meals.
He was grown boy.
Yeah.
When he was eating all these guys' burgers, he was teenager.
17, 18.
17, 18. And so I'm sorry, a 17, 18-year-old grown boy, they can eat, and he could eat when he wanted to.
Yeah.
And guys' burgers, he wanted to.
Rick says, I love the aqua shows on Allure. You saw the aqua show.
Yes. I love the aqua shows on Allure. I like the ice skating shows on Royal Caribbean. I go to all those. I go to their theater shows. Yeah. I had no idea I loved that kind of stuff until I started cruising. And now I don't miss them. I've got some that I've liked way better than I've liked others. Mamma Mia was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told that a guy all by yourself, you're not going to like this show. Tiffany swore up and down I would hate Mamma Mia.
He doesn't like musicals, and that's what it is. It's a musical.
I liked it. Now, get in mind, I don't go at home. I don't watch them on TV at home, but being on a cruise is different. It feels different. It's a different experience.
Pig and Anchor is just okay. I get it for the sides and fill up on all that stuff. Yeah. I had a plain Jane and was not impressed. Totally plain. Rocked the boat. We haven't been on a carnival since 2012, so we haven't had experience with guys.
Yeah, we haven't been on a lot of carnivals recently either. Since the restart of cruising, we've been on the Breeze twice, and then I went on the Ecstasy once, and we went on the Vista for the 50th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went on that.
It's been a year since we've been. It'll be a year this week since we've been on.
Yeah, we haven't been on Carnival in a year. Not that I'm really a whole lot against Carnival, but there's been a lot of other stuff we wanted to do set before then.
It depends on the music. I'm not interested in Mamma Mia, but I love ABBA. They do a lot of ABBA in Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I'd be interested in it either. Turned out I was goofy wrong and surprised the heck out of Tiffany with it. I enjoyed the show. And I even went into that show thinking, I don't know if I'm really going to like this, because Tiffany convinced me I wasn't going to like it. But I went anyway. And I had to tell her after the show. I texted her and said, that was awesome. I'd see it again. So, I guess it really all depends.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen some really good shows.
I think one of my favorites was the last one that we saw with all the different.
The rock opera?
Yes, the rock opera. I think that's been one of my favorites.
On Princess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We saw a rock opera on the Discovery Princess.
Yeah.
I've seen, they've all got something, to offer, I think. Plus the singers and the dancers and the whole production cast that they have on these cruise ships, excuse me, they're just amazing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they can do the stuff that they do on a ship that's moving with that extra challenge of waves and ship motion and everything like that, to me, it speaks volumes to their talent, their abilities.
Yeah, Lisa says it was a good show, and you love the songs, and they find such talented people.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, some of the most talented people in the world. I can't sing. I can't dance. If I get up there and do that kind of stuff, it's like a really bad comedy show. Okay, so I'm super impressed by the fact that they can do it.
Yeah.
They definitely have skills that I can't remotely recreate.
Rick says, I can take or leave the burgers at Johnny Rockets, but the malts and shakes are awesome. I completely agree.
Yeah, the burgers were nothing super special, nothing spectacular, but those milkshakes, they are good. Tiffany likes those onion rings.
I really like the onion rings.
She really likes those onion rings, and those milkshakes are really, 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 really good. I can completely agree with that. So, but we've had that comparison before. Johnny Rockets versus Guy's Burgers. And I think in the last time we, kind of threw it out there for everybody, Guy's Burgers won.
We also did the pizza.
We've done pizza, but Guy's Burgers won because it was included.
Yes.
What really killed Johnny Rockets is the fact that it's an extra charge. So, but it's been a couple years since we even talked about that. But yeah, so that's what we did today, and that's going to be our next upcoming adventure. I just could not wait till May.
Yeah.
Not when there's too many really good opportunities. So we're going to hit January. Then, of course, we are going to be waiting till May, because that's going to be a big trip. That's going to be flying and hotels and cruises and all those wonderful kind of adventures that come along with that.
For pizza, we love MSC.
Well, we will have an MSC pizza opinion this May.
Yes.
So we'll have because that's our thing this year. We're Norwegian for the first time, MSC for the first time, and then some other destinations for the first time this coming year in 2024.
Yes.
And then 2025 is a whole bunch of new ports.
Yes. And hopefully we can get that group cruise.
I'm really thinking that's 2026.
Okay.
The reason 2026 is it gives a lot more planning time. It gives people a lot more time to save, make their final payments. I don't want anything that's close. I don't want anything that's going to put anybody in a spot.
Rick says, everyone have an awesome week. I'll send you a copy of my next column on Saturday.
Yep,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Seaside? Seashore? I have it written down somewhere.
I want to try MSC Cruises.
I want to say it's Seashore. But it could be Seaside.
Oh, the ship?
Yeah. I always forget. I have it written down somewhere, and now I'm not sure where I wrote it down.
He takes a lot of notes.
Well, I wrote it down because every time I would come on the live, I could never remember what ship it was. I want to say it's the Seashore. Yes, Seashore. No, maybe not.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I do have it written down somewhere. Yeah, because that's 2025. Seascape.
Seascape.
See, I have the wrong ship. It's the MSC Seascape on May 11th sailing of the MSC Seascape. There we go. I had to think about that one.
Rick is
taking off.
Rick is taking off. So thank you, Rick. Have a great week. Have a great evening.
Yes, and we are looking forward to your column on Saturday. Absolutely send that to us.
James, good night, everyone. Early day tomorrow for work. Love the chat. Take care. Thank you, James.
Thank you, James. Appreciate you being here as well.
Both are nice ships and very similar. We haven't tried the Seascape yet.
I picked when it came to MSC, I picked the itinerary, which is how I ended up with the ship. Because since we haven't sailed on MSC, don't really know a whole lot about them. MSC is another one where the reviews are mixed, good, bad, love it, hate it. But I picked it for the itinerary specifically because it's going to San Juan, Puerto Rico, it's going to Puerto Plata, it's going to St. Thomas, and it's going to Bimini. So I picked those. Tiffany has never been any of those places. I've been to Bimini once on a solo cruise, and I haven't been to St. Thomas since I was 10, 11. So I don't really remember a whole lot about St. Thomas. So that one we really picked for the itinerary. It's Tiffany's birthday cruise, and I really think she needed some Virgin Islands and some San Juan, Puerto Rico, because those places are gorgeous. And she's never been that over part of the Eastern Caribbean ever in her entire life. So it's time to get her over there. So that's how we ended up on the Seascape, was picking it based on itinerary, and that's how we ended up with the ship.
Yes.
So a lot of times I'll pick by ship, but in this case, it just worked out differently.
We've been on yacht club and non-yacht cruises, and yacht club is definitely worth it.
I believe it. We're just doing regular balcony. We got a regular balcony on that one. But the nice thing about MSC is they say that they loyalty match. So we'll see how good that goes. They match us to one of our higher loyalty levels that might make a difference. I don't know. I have no idea. Sometimes we just go with the flow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're going to go on that ship. We'll see how this goes. We just flow with it. A lot of times you can have a super awesome adventure without doing a whole lot. Because I used to do that. When we very first started doing this, boy, I would research every single ship. I would watch all of the ship tour videos I could find. I would go through and watch any detailed information, from content creators that I trusted and say, okay, let's see what they thought, what they think, what they see, all that kind of stuff. And I'd have like a detailed plan of everything we had to look at on board the ship. And then I figured out after a while, it kind of lost its sense of discovery by doing that.
So now we just get on and wander.
Yeah. So now I just wing it. I make sure of the basics that I need to know. Where certain locations of certain things are, so we can get around and have an idea of what's going on. Yeah. But other than that, I don't pre-watch any videos or do a whole lot of research about ships and stuff in particular. We just kind of explore. We do it the old-fashioned way, and we'll figure it out as we go. And we've had some awesome adventures we never expected. And we've had some, boy, let me tell you what happened to us today, because we made some wrong choices.
Yeah.
And it's been fun every step of the way.
Rock the Boat says they do, but you have to do it before you get on the ship. And we did our first cruise on MSC in 2018, and we're gold status because of the loyalty match.
So is it real easy for them to loyalty match?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Plus, we all have different interests and likes.
Mm-hmm. But so these days, I kind of wing some stuff. I honestly do. I do some basic stuff, like I knew we were going to do Sloss as soon as we went to Roatan again. So I jumped on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I took a quick peek at Harvest Key just because we'd never been. And said, okay, it's this size. They have this, and this. Cool, we're going to stop right there. And at this point, we're going to follow the maps and wander around. And we're not going to watch any videos on it. And we're going to discover it with our own eyes.
But because you did all that research and watching the videos, that is how we got started.
That is true.
Because
it did get us interested in doing this.
Yes.
It did get us interested in doing this at the beginning. So, but all right. I think we're going to get ready to wrap this up for tonight. Does anybody else have any questions, comments, anything like that they'd like to share with everybody tonight?
They have a place online on their website. They only do it once, so pick a cruise line with your highest loyalty.
Okay. I will definitely do that. I'm going to have to look into that because I have some... Yeah, I'll have to look into that one. Because I have some loyalty, but it's...
We'll just look into it.
Yeah, I'll have to look. If you're a travel agent, you probably could answer the question. Another travel agent could probably answer the question. But travel agencies, if you work for a travel agency, you do some certain stuff. You get some loyalty levels from some cruise lines that's based on your fact you're a travel agent and not the number of nights you've actually cruised. So I don't know if they match that or if they match it based on days. That probably makes sense to another travel agent.
Bajon says, have fun, guys. Thanks for the show. Robert, have a great week. You too. I'm looking forward to the weekend. We're going to get some cooler weather.
Yeah, it is supposed to drop.
I'm excited.
To 51 degrees for our high by this coming Monday. We're finally going to get some fall weather that looks like it might actually stick.
Yes.
It dropped for a couple days and then bam, right back up in the 90s.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to stick.
We're not travel agents. I'm just very nosy.
Oh no, that's fine. So I'll just explain it real quick. If you do Princess, they have like online training. You go through like each cruise line's training program, and then when you sail on Princess after that, they give you elite status, the top tier. But it's only while you're on the ship. It's not your actual loyalty level, if that makes sense. You get the perks of it, but you're not that. So it probably doesn't. But
Dale says, thanks for the live show. And Chica, I'm jealous. We'll see you mid-November heading to Japan.
jealous of us? You're heading to Japan. What are you jealous of? You're going to Japan.
No, I'm jealous of her.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I am jealous of her.
Oh, yes,
She's going to Japan.
You know they have cruises to go to Japan.
Yes, I understand that.
You know we could get on one.
Yes, but she's going now.
Tiffany has never said she wanted to go to Japan until right now.
It's a travel. Great
It's
life.
traveling.
Great life. Have a great evening. Good night.
Yeah, again, want to thank everybody for being here. We really, really appreciate it. Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody have a great Halloween. That's it. If you're joining our Facebook group, our Facebook page, you want to put cruising photos up, different adventures that you're having, share with the group, share with the cruising family. Feel free to do that over on the Facebook page. Absolutely. Everybody's input is welcome. It's just got to be nice. It's got to be polite, and it's got to be in appropriate family taste. Okay? Those are just the basic requirements. I'd like to say that we're all just a group of decent folks, and we're going to have a decent cruising time, and that's all I ask.
Yes. Rock says we have been looking up Singapore now.
All right, now I'm going to start looking at that one too. Might as well just get on one that goes all the way around the world.
I saw one. It was like 200 and some odd days, and it was going to.
Takes you everywhere.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, they start like at $100,000 a person.
Yeah, and I can't be gone from work that long. I'd lose my job.
I can tell you about it when I get back.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, thank everybody for coming. We really, really appreciate it. Love doing these lives. Love it, love it, love it. But again, thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a super great Halloween. And like always,
We'll see you out on the high seas.
all right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.